got the microphone. Yes, I finally got myself something to put the Robin suit in. The only annoying thing is when the doors open, you can only see like half of him, so I'll probably have to like drag his rubbery ass out and put it in front for future videos. But he's in there, he's having a nap. What's happening, my fellow geeks and geekettes? Welcome to a brand new episode of Cosplay Chris, and today it's something very exciting we are going to be talking about today in regards to Zack Snyder's Justice League. Also something, a little bit of a touchy subject that's going on at the moment within Warner Brothers, but I'll get to that later. But firstly, it has been announced that the principal cast of Justice League are coming back for reshoots for Zack Snyder's Justice League. It's going to be a 4-part series on HBO Max, and obviously Zack Snyder needs the principal cast back for certain shots. So there are lots of articles out at the moment about the subject, but I'm going off the one from the Hollywood Reporter. And it actually features something else that's going on. So it says Zack Snyder planning new Justice League shoot amid Ray Fisher claims. Now, if you guys have been following it, Ray Fisher has been very vocal about the mistreatment of himself and the cast during the production of Justice League when Joss Whedon took over. So it says, in October, director Zack Snyder will roll cameras for his extended cut of Justice League, working with Warner Media's HBO Max division on restoring his version of the mangled 2017 movie that he exited because of a family tragedy. The shoot, which will turn the Snyder cut into a 4-episode limited series, is expected to bring back Ben Affleck as Batman, Henry Cavill as Superman, and Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman for new scenes. Also set to appear on the call sheet for what is expected to be a week or so long shoot is Ray Fisher as Cyborg. Now, first and foremost, I'm ecstatic that Affleck is coming back as Batman, even if it's just for reshoots. I just hope we get some decent photos of him in the suit. And what makes me even happier is I hope he's going to be, and I'm expecting him to be, and I'm just assuming that he will be in a better headspace at this point, because he's made it very vocal and very clear that during the production of Justice League, he was not in a good headspace. He was not happy with how things were going, and you could tell, not just from a physical standpoint, but his performance in the film, and he just didn't look right in that bat suit. He kind of, hate to say it, put on a bit of weight, and he's been vocal about that, and it was quite obvious that he didn't have that commitment that he had in BVS. So he's looking amazing these days. He's trimmed down, he's slim, he's healthy looking, he's sober, and I think in that bat suit he's going to look amazing in the Justice League bat suit, because they're obviously not going to make a new suit from scratch. It costs way too much money, and it's going to be vice versa for Henry Cavill, Gal, Ray. They just obviously throw that motion capture suit on him. But in terms of the bat suit, I'm really excited to see how Benny Boy looks in that suit now that he's all trim and healthy and happy. Interesting that they're not bringing Jason Momoa back. Obviously, it is for certain scenes where they need pickup shots and some other shots slash scenes to explain more of the story that correlates to Zack's vision. Now, the article goes on to say the latter is noteworthy because Fisher is in a public dispute with sister Warner Media division Warner Brothers because he accuses the permitting Joss Whedon, the director who took over from Snyder, to engage in misconduct and abuse while reshooting Justice League. Fisher also claimed that executives John Borg and Jeff Johns, who both have since left the studio, enabled Whedon's behavior. Again, this is one of the things where you have to take this stuff with a grain of salt, and I honestly can't say that Ray Fisher would just say this stuff willy-nilly if it wasn't true. NDAs exist. Sometimes you can't say stuff under NDAs, but I think obviously since then NDAs have expired, and he's expressing his experience. If it is true, it sucks. It sucks that the cast and crew had to go through that treatment, but obviously we have to take this stuff with a grain of salt, and it's going to be interesting to see the next couple of months with the steps taken with this case going on, as well as the reshoots of Justice League. Now, in my initial video with the announcement of Zack Snyder's Justice League, when Zack came on and said, hey, this is happening, Snyder Cut exists, we've got to go back and, fix this thing, fix this mess, I did mention that that there might be reshoots. I was hoping for reshoots, but obviously Warner Brothers didn't say anything, because the last thing you want is to say, hey, we're going to be doing reshoots, and then turn around and say, no, reshoots aren't happening, because it's going to get our hopes up and we're going to get very, very cranky. But obviously they've announced it today or yesterday. However the time change works, we're in the future, so we've got to go back to the future and Marty! Gee, Doc, this is heavy. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens next month with the reshoots. I don't know if they're going to be releasing photos of Ben Henry, Gal, and Ray back in their suits. It will be nice to see. I have a feeling Zack Snyder will put that stuff out there because he loves tantalizing us fans, especially with photos we haven't seen before that he's obviously snapped, or Clay Enos, his photographer, has snapped years ago from certain shots and scenes, like even nightmare stuff. They're still slowly trickling out nightmare scenes that we haven't seen before, nightmare shots that we haven't seen before, and I love that. It's just, he knows how to get us going. So guys, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to express my thoughts, my happiness, my excitement for this. Obviously, Zack's the man. Zack's putting in the hard work. He said, if we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this right. We gotta get the principal cast back for reshoots. I'm glad things have worked out to a point where Affleck can come back, answer his critics, answer his fans. Not so much Henry and Gal, because they were fine. They did a fine job. But obviously the butchering of Batfleck in Justice League was just, it was heartbreaking, because you see this amazing performance that Ben did as Batman and Bruce Wayne in BVS, even though it was minimal because it wasn't the Batman movie, it was Batman v Superman, but we really got to see what Affleck could be capable of if he had his own standalone film. And I think here's the time to strike while the iron's hot. He's sober, he's healthy, he's happy, and I think this is the time for him to come back and be like, hey, let's do this, let's fucking own it, and let's make those fans happy. Praise be to Batfleck. So guys, thank you so much as always for watching. Drop a comment below and let me know your thoughts on the cast coming back, or the principal cast for that matter, coming back for reshoots, and what do you think they're gonna be reshooting if this is gonna be a 4-part series on HBO Max. Guys, thank you so much as always for watching. Wherever you are in the world, have yourselves an absolute cracker of a day. I hope you're well, hope you're happy, be merry, be silly, and until next time geeks, please always remember, cosplayers do it best.